In this module, you learned a lot about the query editor, and actually you can work in the query editor on your own already, because you should know the basic features at this point of the course. These basic features included how we can access the query editor, how we can connect the query editor to different source files by using the so-called connectors with this new source option we had up here. We connected our project to 3 source files, 2 CSV files and 1 Excel file, and then we worked a lot on the rows. We learned how we can keep or remove rows. We learned how we can turn the first row into a header and vice versa. We also learned a lot about filters already. Filters help us to exclude specific values from our table. We can access the filter next to the actual column name for each individual column. And talking about columns, we also learned a lot about these already. We learned how we can access columns, how we can rename columns, how we can choose columns, or how we can remove specific columns from our project. As part of these row and column operations, we also learned that we can quickly analyze the information stored in our different columns, the so-called values. We can do this, for example, by using this indicator that we have for each individual column. This helps us to get a quick overview of the actual content of these columns, so whether we have any empty fields or if we have any errors in our data, and this helps us to easily keep our data clean. Talking about clean data, we also learned how we can transform our table by using the append feature, which helped us to create one single table based on 3 different source tables. As part of this, we also applied the format options, so we changed the data type of our values. And as part of this, we also saw how we can fix errors in Power BI Desktop. As part of the transformation process, we also learned how we can pivot or unpivot data, so we turned columns into rows and vice versa. And we also had a look at features like split column, which helped us to create 2 or more columns based on an existing column, or the extract feature, which helped us to extract specific information from a given column. With these and many other features, we created this actual table, this actual cleaned data set, and whilst this was a good first step, we only set the basics. Power BI Desktop, specifically the query editor in this case, is a lot more powerful, so let's continue with more features in the next module.